Hello and welcome. I'm your host, MJ, and this is my introduction video. On this channel, I'll be posting about witchcraft from the perspective of a seeker of Alexandrian witchcraft. I had the idea for this channel because I feel that there are many YouTube channels and content creators speaking on witchcraft, but many are not well educated on the subject. A disclaimer, as a seeker, I am not the best source of knowledge on these subjects. My knowledge comes from books I've read and from videos I've watched of well-trained priests and priestesses of the Alexandrian Gardnerian traditions of witchcraft. There is also a disconnect between the population of magical practitioners in the world, so everything I say in these videos must be taken with a grain of salt. I also do not have a very good filming setup. I am indeed sitting on my bed, so my apologies for every wobble you must endure until I figure out a better filming situation. All of that aside, let's get into my introduction. When I was 13, I began practicing witchcraft. One of my friends at the time had a die with the words yes, no, and maybe on it, and during math, he was going around the class answering people's questions. I thought this was quite funny, and so I told him he should try to read tarot cards, to which he responded, "Tarot, isn't that the stuff that vegans eat?" And as a vegetarian, I told him, no. And so at lunch that day, I showed my friend tarot cards on my phone, and I myself became interested in the practice, and then asked for a deck of tarot cards for Christmas that year. Christmas Day, I opened a beautiful tarot deck designed by Ciro Marchetti, and I believe it was called the Easier Tarot deck, although I'm not entirely sure. I don't have the deck with me at my apartment, but one day I'll get it from my mother's house and I'll show it in the video. With this deck, I began looking online and on Pinterest for different tarot tips and tricks and different spreads I could try out, and from there I learned about Wicca and paganism. Very soon after I began my practice, and I wasn't really a fan of the word witch because I thought it provoked unnecessary fear in other people, but I practiced as a Wiccan for about a year or so. I don't know when it was published, but in my early journey, BuzzFeed released a video called "We Practice Magic with a Real Witch." I found this video very inspiring and watched it often after it was first released. One day watching this video, I stumbled upon a reaction video by a then Alexandrian priest, and his hour-long reaction video was filled with much more accurate and inspiring information than the 10-minute BuzzFeed video. I disagreed with things he said at the time, though learning more on my journey, I couldn't agree with every word he said. I looked at his channel and from there stumbled upon a channel called Hex Education. From there, I learned more about the Alexandrian craft, the elders of witchcraft, etc., and I started to refocus my magical path. As I said, I am a seeker, which means that I am not an initiate, but I hope to one day join an Alexandrian coven. In the future, I plan to make more videos about witchcraft, the Alexandrian Gardnerian traditions, the elders, among many other things. If there's anything specific you'd like to see, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, blessed be.